Vote out Ramses.
Mm.
Ramses.
It's quite late now and I'm a bit tired, so sorry if the quality of this podcast has dropped off. Plus, Gaz is ill and I've got a sore throat. Apart from that, Paul was
Top of the world.
Paul was lying like an emperor in the HOH bed, even though he's not HOH. And Josh went, "Oh, I want Elena out," and Paul was like, "I disagree with that," but it's like, just shut the fuck up, Paul. It's not your HOH.
So now Christmas is like, I love Paul, but don't do everything he says. One blink for yes. What?
What was that all about? Why did he just wink? Was that a yes or a half yes?
I don't know. He raised an eyebrow, I thought.
He winked, I think. Was Paul in the other room? Why did he have to do one blink?
Where were they at this point? Still in the HOH
Yeah.
room? Maybe Paul was like behind that fish tank or in the toilet, I don't know.
One blink. You don't have to do Morse code in there. It's weird, isn't it? I like that. Well, I was worried that...
What? No, because
I was worried that Josh was going to grass Christmas up to Paul.
There is a risk of that, I think. Although Josh is already sensing that he wants to go against Paul a little bit because he wants to target Elena.
And he did say it's my HOH and I'll do what I bloody well like with it.
Plus, Paul is clearly treating Josh like shit because Josh comes in with the drink for Paul and Paul orders him to put the drink down.
Put it down, please.
He didn't even say please, did he?
I put please, but
I don't think
it was rude the way he said it.
He's like his little servant.
Yeah.
His little bitch boy.
You treat these people like dogs. Yeah, you do. Josh then told Christmas he wants Elena out because she's a great liar. And then...
Oh, yeah.
But he said Elena...
Very persuasive.
Yeah. But then he said Elena and Paul are very close. And Christmas said they're like this and did the fingers crossed symbol.
Elena and Paul?
Yeah, Christmas said Elena and Paul are like this.
Are they, though? That close?
I don't know. I've not seen them like that. And then Christmas said, say to him, dude, let me enjoy my HOH and be stingy. Paul thinks it's his room already.
He does. You see, he does.
I loved hearing her say that. It was wonderful.
He's lounging in that bed like he owns the place.
Fucking arsehole.
So next, the Den of Temptation opened again.
My
and we got
God.
to see the riveting section where will they or won't they drink from the green or red bottle.
God, they got to get rid of that section, man. Seriously.
Everyone, when that thing went off, everyone was like so wide-eyed, like they'd never heard about it before.
Yeah.
And they told to like play up for it or something.
The only interesting thing about them drinking those drinks was Cody giving a thumbs up and then Christmas was the only one who didn't drink it. That was it. It wasn't worth showing.
That Christmas didn't do it.
Because she can't be in with all them ghouls and
On your
ghosties
crutches.
on your crutches. Health and safety issue.
So they said your big brother life could be on the line. And Cody was like, we might as well play. What is there to lose?
Yeah, correct.
So, but Jessica said if one of us can win safety and one of us can win veto, we can survive another week.
That's really clever.
This confused me for a bit, didn't it?
It confused me at first, but when I worked it out, Jessica is actually smart, very smart, because that's like a really good way. Because the fact that she lost meant she could play in the veto. Otherwise, there's a chance she might not have even been picked for veto.
I was a bit confused at first because when it's been a special third nominee before, they weren't allowed to play in the veto, were they?
Yeah, they were allowed to play in the veto. But
when Ramses was a special third, he wasn't allowed to play, was he?
He did play because it was that one when the airport.
But he couldn't be replaced.
You couldn't be replaced, yeah.
Yeah.
So
he only played real hard. That might have been why he went home, you know.
Yeah, it could be. So the fact that she thought that far ahead, because most people aren't thinking more than like one step ahead.
No.
She's thinking 2 steps ahead, which is good. So let's talk about this task. So they called this task Strangest Thing. Is that copyright issue? Or?
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Well, what channel is Stranger Things on?
Netflix channel.
Only Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh. Because, what's his name? Will Huser was also taking a piss out of Stranger Things on one of his BB19 saga videos. But because I don't know it, it was lost on me.
But Stranger Things isn't like this. It's not all creepy like this. It's like sci-fi. So...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anyway. So, what did you think of this task? It was quite mad, wasn't it?
I thought it was quite elaborate, wasn't it? It reminded me of like a haunted house that I'd been to in like Thailand where people were really in the room.
Yeah, I don't like those ones. It's frightening, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like on the ghost train when they reach out and touch you. It's like, oh, that's sexual assault.
I would never go to one of those like horror experiences that they've got in London. Some of them, that like London Bridge one looks terrifying.
Yeah, it's quite scary. And
Nikki Graham was doing that on that in therapy show.
And Nikki Graham did a task like this on I know, Nikki Graham when they're in that like rehab thing with Stephanie Davis or whatever, and it was all horror. Nikki Graham apparently came out that window. You know, that girl who banged on the window. But I feel like they did a task like this once before on BBUS as well, like a spooky task like this. But this was really scary. And imagine going back to sleep in your bed after that, seeing.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, like, we've had similar tasks in BBUK where people had to stay in beds in a dark room.
Oh, have shit dropped on them and stuff.
Yeah. I'm sure Letitia was in that one too. They had to stay there overnight. It was like some sort of ward as well.
Oh,
but
like
I think they've done it a couple of times.
Yeah.
But like for this was the whole house.
And do you remember Helen Wood had to go in like a mortuary and it was really cold in there? Do you remember that? No. And everyone's going,
she stayed in there.
Yeah, everyone's going, I wish she was dead.
But I thought to do the whole house in the dark,
so long,
dress it up,
yeah,
send everyone through it, have those actors in there, put on the fucking what's it called when you put someone's face makeup on? Not pyrotechnics. That's
not CGI.
Something else.
Oh,
sort of technical term for like film makeup.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, prosthetics.
Prosthetics.
Oh my god.
Yes, well done.
Still got
Put
it.
the prosthetics on.
And also, every cunt chose to play in that competition, so it must have took literally all day.
Yeah.
Mind you, it was quite easy, wasn't it? To spell out the
so,
word.
Yeah, what is it? Around the house, there's like these words spelt out on like the mirrors or whatever. It says, "Help me close the portal." Did it? But certain
Watch
letters
your back.
had a circle around them which spelt out heart. Mm-hmm. So they had to find the heart and put it in that box. Now, I don't know if I wasn't listening when the task was explained, but no, I didn't know they had to put something in a box.
I'll tell you what the problem was. Jason read out the rules to that competition and he can't read.
Ah, okay.
Should have got Paul to do it for a change. Do you think the ghosts outside contact?
Definitely.
Some of those ghosts are quite scary.
That one with the poncho on was scaring everyone because his poncho was like rushing on people.
And that one, the little one, like a little child with a big face. That
in the living room.
That was horrible.
I didn't like that one that was on the bed, like lying there, casually like lying there, just like get up when you came in the room.
That freaked me out, man. I don't like it. So some people were more scared than others. Elena was like, "Don't touch me," and then she was like, "No, thank you."
Elena tells people to get away from it or don't touch me quite a lot.
I know.
I've heard her say that quite a few times.
And then Raven's like, "This is the task I've been waiting for because I'm a professional ghost hunter."
Yeah.
She should team up with old Derek Okora from our series. They get on like a house on fire.
Might make contact with Malcolm.
And then Matt was just being unbothered by it all. Just waiting for his next, you know what. And then
how did Cody cope with it? I've forgotten. Was he all right?
He went through it really quick. And Jessica said she was very scared and I'm going to poop.
What about that, like, they'd installed one of those, like, rubber screens where people put their face through it, hadn't they? In one part.
Oh, yeah, like putting hands through sort of thing. That
I'm
was
doing
good.
this, but no one can see that on the podcast.
Thank God. I didn't mean that how it sounded. Although I said, do I look like the sort of person who eats a kebab earlier to you? And you looked at me as if I did.
Yeah.
Then what? Oh, Kevin...
Jessica said I'm going to poop.
I've already just said that.
Did you?
Then Kevin was joking with the ghost and going, "Hey, I seen worse in my neighbourhood," and all this shit.
He was a little bit scared by them.
I thought so.
Especially that poncho one.
Paul seemed scared as well, didn't he?
Paul didn't know what he was doing at first.
Boy.
He was floundering.
Idiot. Knobhead. Night shift mode has come on my podcast. Now I can't read my notes. Podcast? iPad.
We were going like, why would Jessica throw it? She's going to be on the
blog.
I
know. We're stupid, aren't we? I think we are a bit stupid sometimes, aren't we? And Alex ran around with her fingers in her ears. I'm not sure why. So then they revealed all the scores in a long, arduous way as normal. And first place was Cody. So Cody is safe for the week.
Paul must be mad at that.
Paul was mad, and Paul was just behind him as well.
Sad.
34. And then Jessica was last, and then the others like, oh, she threw it so she could play in the veto. And then Paul in the diary room was like, how does this keep happening? Because Cody's a good player. You should have got him out where you can. Oh, you did. And then he came back. So then...
By the way, I've got no notes because I was eating food, remember?
Oh, yeah. I was too, but then I went back. Dedicated.
Yeah, but I was still eating food.
So then Paul said to Josh, he was still trying to strong arm his nominations. And he went, there's an order of operations that we need to carry out.
Yeah, Paul's mandate.
Yeah. I've put, everyone seems to be getting tired of Paul's BS. And then Paul, he didn't actually offer himself up as a pawn.
He said to pretend that he'd offered himself as a pawn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, to Josh. Then Elena comes up in double denim.
That's not right, though, because he's just getting himself out, like, enhancing his
You
own
look
image.
good, yeah.
Why would Josh do it?
Josh is a meatball, that's why.
You're a meatball.
Mr.
Your personality sucks.
Yeah. When Josh gets evicted, they should just play that.
They should just use a Big Brother Canada sideshow thing.
Yeah. So then Elena said, Josh goes to Elena, I'm putting you up because you're a strong competitor. And she's like, don't bullshit me. You ain't putting me up because I'm a strong competitor.
What did she say again?
She said,
we aren't even.
Yeah. She said, no, Josh was like, on my father's life. And she went, we are not.
Oh, we are not.
We are not.
I like that.
And then Elena was like, look, Paul is a better competitor than me. And so is Alex. So don't bullshit me saying I'm the best competitor. I'm saying that funny.
Competitor.
And then Elena said, is this your HOH or is this Paul's HOH? Well, then Josh in the diary room, Gaz, said Elena is spazzing out.
That is not okay. Now, I don't know about you, America, but we don't say that anymore. That's not PC.
It's not PC. It's just not nice. Well, and it's not PC, but I hate that because it sounds like a cunty thing to say. Do you know what I mean? It's unacceptable and inappropriate is what it is.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And you're not allowed to say retarded either, so stop that and all. Stop that. If people do say spazzing or retarded,
I feel like
I get shocked. What?
I feel like retarded might be something that we had possibly said on the podcast. Are you quite anti that word?
I never said that.
Have you not?
I might have said it off the podcast. I haven't said it on the podcast. Uh-oh.
I thought, yeah, okay.
No, I don't say that word. And I'm offended by people who do say it, so stop it. Although I do understand sometimes you do accidentally say these things but you don't really mean it.
Like Cheryl Cole.
What did she say?
You black bitch.
I was talking to my friend at work saying we addressed that issue on the podcast. She's like, good, never forget.
Never ever forget.
Never forget. Anyway, let's get on with this. And then Josh said, Elena's thrown her closest friend Paul under the rug. Now, what's going on under that rug?
Closest friend as well, for a start.
Surely Matt would be her closest friend.
Elena?
Yeah, well,
Matt.
it's her boyfriend, not Matt. Oh, whatever.
Mark?
The one with his mouth hanging open. Not
under
the one
the
eating
rug.
cereal. Yeah,
Imagine
under
being
the
thrown
rug.
under the rug.
Oof, what's under that rug?
You'd probably then
Dust.
get rolled down a hill in it as well.
We'll start using that from now on now. And then...
Do you think he did that on purpose for a laugh?
No, he looked like he meant it. And then I noticed during this conversation with Elena and Josh, Paul was stood there, one leg up on a stool.
Oh, yeah. You said,
peacocking.
What's that all about? I said his crotch bearing.
Yeah, cocking his leg.
He stood up?
Stood up with one leg up.
That's a power display.
Yeah, idiot. So then Josh went, you're going up as a pawn, but do you want to hug it out? And Elena said, no, don't touch me.
Oh, that was Josh.
Yeah.
He sounded like Paul, so I got confused for a minute.
Who did Elena want to hug more, Josh or those ghoulies in that task?
Oh, neither, I don't think.
No. So then Josh did his nominations. He couldn't put up Cody because he was safe. And Jessica was already up because she lost that competition.
Special third nomination.
Yeah. So he said, Mark, you've been trying to be part of the familia.
Familia.
But in my eyes, you'll always be a meatball. And then he said, Elena, I'm not actually targeting you. I'm targeting Jess. Which was stupid because he's like burning his bridge with Jess when then in the diary room he said, I am actually targeting Elena. Makes no sense, does it?
But.
Wait,
what did he say publicly? He's targeting Jess.
Yeah.
That pleases Paul.
Yeah.
So publicly to Paul, that looks better.
Oh, okay. And then he's going to do a 180 on him.
Yeah.
And then Jessica said, oh, I forgot this was the Josh show.
He went something like, it is, baby.
Yeah.
And did this like really weird little...
Another little wink, wasn't it?
Feminine smile.
Little leering wink. Hey, don't use feminine in a negative context. That's sexist. So that's the end of that. Sure. So that's the end of that program, that podcast. Do you want to hear some feedback?
Good night. Have we got any?
Yeah,
have you got some?
I've got some.